The stock market is the exact same Squid Game and is just as violent. People are willing to do unspeakable acts for the pursuit of some green paper. Events in Squid Game are an exemplification of fundamental truths of the stock market, and understanding these truths is so incredibly important. This video will enlighten you. Follow along. The stock market is a quote-unquote game between buyers and sellers, so it's a reflection of human behavior. Therefore, Squid Game can be used to understand its properties. I'm sure you've heard about how Nancy Pelosi and others make infinite amounts of money since they can pretty much legally commit insider trading. Insider trading works because, by definition, you have more information than everyone else. Player 218 knew about the cookie game beforehand, and so he's able to guarantee victory by choosing the triangle, the easiest shape to carve out. Meanwhile, he chose to screw over his quote-unquote teammates by not telling them about this. This is because insider information is the most valuable when the least amount of people know about it. If he chose to tell everyone else to pick the easier shapes, then he just reduced his chance of victory because, again, the stock market and the Squid Game are zero-sum games. The stock market is a game of information, remember that. We'll circle back to this notion a little later. But what actually is a zero-sum game? In Squid Game, only one person can actually win the money, so 455 people have to die for that one person to win. When you enter a trade, at least in the short term, your profit comes directly from the bank account of someone else. For me, it's usually the other way around. However, and this is important, this changes when we go from the short term to the long term. As the most famous investor of all time, the GOAT Warren Buffett said, "In the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, the market is a weighing machine." Squid Game and trading are zero-sum games, but long-term investing is a positive-sum game. Over time, the companies you invest in and the economy create actual value. When you plant a tree, the tree grows with no expense to anyone else. This is why you'll pretty much always get screwed over while trading, while investing in index bonds is a prudent strategy. Remember that. Would you rather play in the Squid Games or grow a tree? These players are quite literally gambling their lives with the chance to make money. There's a 1 in 456 chance that they survive, assuming everything's equal. That's the ultimate gamble. But their socioeconomic situation is so bad that they would literally rather have a 99.7% chance of dying rather than living in their current status quo. While losing your life savings gambling in the stock market maybe isn't as bad as literally dying, just like the show, it may as well be a death sentence since money is what makes the world go round. So many people on Wall Street bets are gambling their entire financial futures, their entire lives, just with a fringe chance of finally being rich. But if you fail, which will happen more likely than not, your life is pretty much over, whether financially or literally. All the authority figures were very strict in their instructions, with the punishment literally being death. So right now, I'm instructing you to like and subscribe. You know what will happen if you don't. As soon as the first person got killed in red light green light, lots of people started running and subsequently got killed since they were in utter panic, even though the entire point of the game was the fact that they would get killed if they ran. This shows that people will act incredibly irrationally in extreme circumstances. Fear and hysteria is the driving force behind any stock market crash. The fear of a correction is what will actually cause the correction. This does go the other way. Pure euphoria surrounding Nvidia stock is what led it to rally 1,000%. The market is an endless cycle of fear and greed. The real question is if this euphoria on AI stocks will last forever. If enough people question it and become fearful, a crash in Nvidia and other AI stocks will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Will we see an AI bubble pop in 2025? Let me know what you think in the comments. During the glass bridge game, the fact that the glass maker could tell the difference between regular and the reinforced glass wasn't factored into the game, so the lights were on. Therefore, the game is inefficient since it gave an unfair advantage to the glass maker and all the other remaining contestants. However, once this information was made public to the frontman, this discrepancy is rectified by turning the lights off. Now there's no opportunity nor unfair advantage anymore. This ties to the fact that information is the most valuable when the least people know about it, which is why insider trading is so lucrative. This group of 5 people secretly getting second sparked a chain reaction that eventually led to 27 people dying, which cannot be conceivably predicted. With the stock market, extreme events can be caused by random fluctuations spiraling out of control, just like this. One small inefficiency in the system, that one guy being slightly more violent, led to chaos, just like the stock market. Who knows? A butterfly flapping its wings in rural Poland could cause the next stock market crash. In the real world, investors are not perfectly rational, and so inefficiencies are created. You can create a strategy that capitalizes off this fact that can consistently beat the market because of this. It's just incredibly hard to do so and requires brilliance, just like the all-man strategy in tug of war. Now, I'm giving you a second instruction. Click on this Wall Street Bets Lost video, or else. Thanks for watching and I'll see you there.